This is the Journey 2050 self-guided experience. You are on lesson 7 on innovation and technology. For step 2 of this lesson, you're going to pause this video and start watching the TED Talk that's called A Global Food Crisis May Be Less Than a Decade Away. Note that you're only going to watch the first 2 minutes and 29 seconds of this particular TED Talk, and then you're going to consider a statement that Sarah makes in this TED Talk and respond to it on your handout. After you're done with step 2, move right on to step 3, and that is to watch the Journey 2050 Technology and Innovation video and then answer the 3 questions. So with those instructions, pause this video until you finish step 3 on your handout. You should have just finished the technology and innovation video, and hopefully you have also answered the 3 questions, but just to reiterate this reflection just a little bit, make sure that you've taken time to think about which innovation you think is most impactful and what some of the pros and cons of these new technologies could be in relation to our sustainability. For step 4 of the lesson, I want to discuss just a little bit to make sure you understand the difference between a developing country and a developed country. Developed countries are industrialized. They have high standards of living. They have strong economic growth. Developing countries are typically agrarian, meaning that they're not industrialized. They're more centered around agriculture with more people participating in agriculture. They also have lower standards of living, and they quite often have a weak economy with slow or even non-existent growth. So make sure that you keep these in mind as we move on to step 4. For step 4 of the lesson, you're going to pause this video and go back to the TED Talk that you started in step 2. You're going to finish watching the rest of the TED Talk and answer the questions on your handout. We're now on step 5 of your handout, and what I want to do in this step is really try to pull a lot of things together that we've learned throughout the entire Journey 2050 program. We're coming to the end, we're almost there, but I want to ask you a question. How do consumers like yourself influence what producers grow? Take a minute to just think about that and think about you yourself as a consumer. How do you influence what producers grow? If you think back to lesson 4 on economies, we talked about the law of supply and demand, and we discussed how when there is a high demand, that the prices go up and more things are produced. When there's low demand, prices go down and less of that will eventually be produced. So you as a consumer have the ability to influence what producers or farmers, same thing, what producers grow and how they grow it. So your choices will impact overall sustainability throughout your life. In summary, I want to talk about 3 ways we can expand our capacity to produce food. The first is by developing and implementing new technologies. We talked about best management practices throughout the Journey 2050 program. Those best management practices are going to change throughout your life as new things are discovered, as research is done, and we're going to continue finding better ways and better technologies to use our resources wisely. The second is to help developing countries improve their farming efficiency. The third and last is learning how consumer choices can either support or challenge food sustainability. To finish up this lesson, go ahead and review the key points that are found at the end of your handout. Congratulations, this marks the end of the entire Journey 2050 program. You should, at this point, be able to answer the question, how can we sustainably feed nearly 10 billion people by the year 2050? I hope you've enjoyed the path.